Thanks for staying with us. All right, do you notice that throughout your workday you get certain dips in your emotional energy and they can really end up messing up the end of your day?
Yes.
All the time. Well, luckily we have licensed pastoral counselor Dr. James Stillwell with us today to give us some ideas for keeping positive emotions as the norm throughout the average workday. Thank you, Dr. Stillwell, so much for being here.
So good to be here.
Well, let's talk about these dips. And well, let's start out by what exactly is emotional energy?
Emotional energy as opposed to physical energy. So physical, we all know we need to get enough sleep, eat right, and exercise. So you got that covered. So why am I having emotional dips? And it could be for a lot of reasons. I could be over-focused on my work. I could just be looking at the downside of things. And so it is energy that is negative or positive based on my thoughts and based on the stories I'm telling myself, or just too much concentration in one place.
So this really is all in our head.
This is a real thing. And in your head doesn't mean it's not a real thing. In your head means you have some control over this. And so I want to talk about some practical ways you can change what's in your head to give you different outcomes.
Yeah, give me that, because seriously, yesterday was my day to have like a big time emotional dip, drop off the deep end, and I felt like I needed just a good smacking around to like snap back to life.
So, this is really important to me because I see, 5 to 7 people every day, and when I have a break between clients, what do I do? How do I do that?
Right.
So the first one is think about the fact that you might be over-focused, okay? I'm too focused on this one thing, and so how can I change that? So it could be as simple as taking deep breaths, counting your in-breath, counting your out-breath until you feel a difference, or it can be as complicated as walking around the block for 20 minutes. So, somewhere between 2 minutes and 20 minutes, you can change that over-focus to something else.
Something physical.
Doing something physical
mental.
that helps the mental.
Okay.
The second one's gratitude practice. And put this in here because it really works. And if you have a discipline of picking up the phone and just thinking, who do I need to thank? Or making an appointment to take someone out because you just want to thank them. I was working on this before I came today, and so I went back into Starbucks and said, thank you. And I just laughed all the way to the car because I felt better,
You probably made their day as
Exactly.
well. Yeah.
And that's the whole principle is if we try to keep all of our energy to ourselves, we're going to go down. If we try to give it away, we're going to feel better. And then thirdly is to change the stories we're telling ourselves.
That's the hard part.
And change the stories because we're stuck in a story like the old 45 records that keep saying the same thing over and over. So the analogy I give is different lenses. So you can reverse the lens on the story, which means somebody told you something and you've kind of gotten disturbed about it. Well, how can I find the truth in what they said, without swallowing the whole thing? If I can learn a truth from what someone else said, that can help, okay? Because allow people to be a mirror for you to learn something.
So can you give us an example for that? Because it's a little confusing.
Well, you get mad because somebody said something. And there's a kernel of truth in what they said. And so what is it about what they said that I need to hear?
So like I say, Dr. Stillwell, you're so lazy.
Yeah, there you go. And so really, I need to take that and go, okay, what's the kernel of truth here? Well, maybe I am not using my energy, not using my time or whatever in as productive a way as I could. And so I hear that instead of just angrily rejecting it. Okay?
And maybe, can we say, maybe at this moment I'm being lazy. That doesn't mean
Right.
all-encompassing.
And
I'm always lazy.
part of changing the story is, right, I'm not labeling myself. I'm finding the truth in it. And then the next moment I have a free choice.
Gotcha.
So that's great. I appreciate you saying that. And then the next is the long lens. A long lens is, what would this be like in 6 months? I can really get down on myself for the stupid thing I said last week. Or I can go 6 months from now, who cares? What difference does it make? And probably it doesn't make any difference at all.
At all.
And then the wide lens, again, is what can I learn from this situation? Because if I can take the situation that was just challenging and go, hey, I learned next time I'm going to do it differently, That gives me positive energy. So no matter what the situation, it's about getting a different perspective, which is going to give you a different feeling.
Sure. And you know what? I'm just thinking, if you really want to come out laughing like Dr. Stillwell, after you say, what can I learn from that? If you go back and thank the person who actually said that to you.
You can get 3 things at once.
They may not know how to react to that. As you say, thank you for calling me lazy, and you go away laughing.
Oh my gosh, and here's what I learned from that. And you really made my day.
Now I'm going to go take a walk.
Yeah.
They're all really great coping
They
mechanisms.
all go together.
I love the ones 6 months from here, because so often we get
Yes.
so caught up in that
Yes.
second, and then you realize this really doesn't matter.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I will literally think of something over and over and over and over as I go to sleep, and
stuck.
it's
Yeah.
and it'll worry me
And
to death.
another way of doing this for me is just get horizontal. Just lay down, close your eyes, listen to some music. Like Gordon Lightfoot is my favorite songwriter, singer, for helping me
And
to
focus.
get out
Or we can
of
call
my
you.
thoughts and into a thing.
We can call you, Dr. Stillwell, for
Give
more
me a
help. We
call.
have his information always on the screen. We appreciate you being here. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow.